boom, boom, boom.
Hello,
boom,
everyone.
boom,
Welcome
boom.
back to our talk show.
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm Josh, and this is DJ.
Hello, I'm DJ. Oh, there it goes on one. Facebook's going.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, no, we're live. We are live. This is a delay. We all know this.
Oh, we can't be. I'm delayed. I can't see how many is in. There's 3. Girl. Sorry.
What happened? Oh, my God.
What happened?
No, I was just making sure. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our talk show. I'm Josh, and this is DJ.
Hi, guys.
I keep forgetting that we do an audio version.
Oh, wow. It actually looks a lot more silver on the camera.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. You're good. You wanted it silver.
I know. All right. Guess we gotta start the show.
Are you ready? I've been waiting for you.
I've been waiting for you for like the past 2 hours, and we're running.
2 hours.
We're running late because our producer he's lazy.
What?
So, I forgot.
Our talent
was up, ready, standing strong.
You lying sack of shit. You're such an asshole. You never take any responsibility.
Also, I want to take this time to mention that you're a bad person.
Why?
Because you always talk shit about games when I tell you to play something, it'll be fun.
No, it's dumb.
And then the next thing you know, you're like, oh, I really like it.
No, I didn't say I liked it.
That's what I heard.
I'm just saying they all get in my fucking way.
That's what I heard. I enjoyed myself. It's a shame.
See, look what you did. We lost our viewer for YouTube.
We lost our viewer for YouTube.
The one current person that we always have.
We lost all our viewers. Bro, I was thinking about this in the shower before we get started. I was like, you know what? Because I watch a lot of this Honest trailer.
Yeah.
Remember? And whenever there's like a lot of boobs in a game, he's like, starring boobs. And it's just funny to hear it said like that.
That's what you were thinking in the shower? Boobs?
No, not about boobs. The different ways to say the word boobs.
Remember, we have an audio version.
And boobs. Bro, should we do like for our audio version, do like a War on the Worlds type thing and see if people believe the world's burning down?
Coming to you live from the Capitol. It seems the lizard people that came up from underground are now taking over.
And they only want boobs.
Their only purpose.
Bro,
the evolutionary chain, they didn't have boobs, and they heard all about it.
That sucks.
And that's all they want.
Aliens just come up from the ground and all they're stealing is boobs.
That's it, boobs. The evolution couldn't cause them to have
what
boobs.
A flat world it would be.
They're like, we heard this is a non-flat Earth.
All right, let's get real. Let's start the show.
All right. What was your favorite TV show from your childhood?
That's hard. My favorite TV show from my childhood.
One of them. There's so many. You know, your child. You switched to them.
Pornhub. No. No.
They didn't have Pornhub when we were children.
I know.
They barely had AOL. You did.
Right.
Like,
you had to get your porn in little snippets on
magazines at the gas station.
Or no, you could get them when dial-up started. You could look at the pictures. They moved a little. It's the same like 2 seconds.
Please no dick. Please no dick. Please no dick.
Just for the love of God. Losing viewers as we speak. What are they talking about?
As we speak.
Is this nonsense?
I like how you have your phone on. You have a big ass screen.
I know, but the screen isn't telling me how many people are in.
Yeah.
No, I can't see that.
It's over here in the corner.
Right.
Is that better? Right here.
Look, there we go. All right, good. Sorry, we got a new computer set up. I can see the screens now. I can see what Josh is seeing, but I can't do nothing about it. So don't ask me to do anything, viewers.
There's nothing to do. I literally hit start and we go.
Favorite childhood, like how far back? Like when I was a baby.
Yeah, anything from your childhood. What did you enjoy?
Because like when I was super young, it was like PP&J and Bear in the Big Blue House.
How do you know that?
Because I can remember episodes of PP&J and Bear in the Big Blue House.
Did you love it?
If we're going a little further up, I was in middle school racing home to catch the episode of Yu-Gi-Oh. I could get home in 10 minutes on my bike
to watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
So I could watch Yu-Gi-Oh. I came home
middle school, because it was like you got like 3 something.
Yeah, it was like 3 o'clock.
I think it was like later than that. It was almost 3:45.
I don't know when it was. I just know I got home as soon as possible so I could watch my show.
Because it came on that time?
Because it came on right after. So I had to fly home.
I gotta know what happened.
Used all the shortcuts, everything I could to get home.
They were like, hey, you want to hang out? Like, gotta go.
I gotta go, friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I come out one day and some kid was literally jumping on my back tire.
Why?
Because
they're assholes.
Yeah, like I said, I picked on literally all day, every day at school.
Or you had to have a big bike.
It was that's what really pissed me off. It was a BMX bike I had, and
your knees are coming up.
Yeah, well, I used to do tricks. I could stick my foot in the front tire and fucking spin the bike around and wheelie off the other way. But that's not the point.
It's because when you bailing, you're just putting your feet down.
Yeah.
Can't bail.
I come out and kids just jumping on my back tire.
Because your bike's locked up in the bicycle rack.
Right, with his little fat ass.
And you're trying to get home to watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
Right, which I couldn't now because my tire was all fucked up and bent. Right, and then, you know what really used to piss me off about that is like people would destroy my shit and then I'd still have to pay for it. The school would do nothing.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing. They're like, oh, well, it was a dispute between 2 children. It's like...
in a public area.
I walked out and he was jumping on my tire. Like, I didn't piss him off for him to jump on my tire.
Like, you didn't have like a teacher or a hall monitor out there going, hey, don't do that shit.
No, they caught... Because he went to go run away and he ran towards the teachers. And I chased after him and I grabbed the back of his shirt and I pulled him back and elbowed him in the back of the head.
Oh, so you're at fault.
Right. So I was in trouble.
Because he broke your tire.
Yeah. He was costing me money when I was already poor. I had to start walking to and from school because I couldn't actually afford a new tire or a new rim.
So that put a thing into your Yu-Gi-Oh.
Right, and then I never got to watch Yu-Gi-Oh again. And that was the end of Yu-Gi-Oh.
And this is how he is. Look at all because of that fucking kid.
Now I'm big and fat because I couldn't ride my bike to work or to school.
That whole kid changed your entire life.
Yeah.
If we go back in time to a certain point and we stop that kid, would DJ be a different person today?
Probably not. Some other kid would have done it.
We just can't stop it. Every time we stop one kid, another kid does it.
They were...
You were destined to walk.
Ask him why did he chase him. No, the teachers didn't give a fuck. Because of my size, the teachers didn't give a fuck why I was chasing him. They just grabbed me and let him go home.
For his safety.
Right, for his safety.
And their safety.
It was pretty bad.
They thought he was the teacher.
Yeah. They're like, oh, why is this grown man chasing a child? Even though
he was the deep boys.
He was
Come back here.
He was literally in my class. I have no idea how he got to my bike before I did.
Oh, you got long legs. You're hustling.
The worst part is that I didn't even knew. How did he even know whose bike was whose? Like, he just...
Maybe he picked a random bike.
No, I don't think so.
This kid's been watching
you. He looked at me like when I come out.
The whole time of this school year, he's looking at you from the beginning like, who is this big for nothing teacher?
Oh, yeah. I was in his class. He knew who I was.
That's what I'm saying. From the beginning of the year, he's like, this is the one. Oh, he rides a bike.
But this was the same class where most of the students tried to make the teacher cry every day because they were just fucking jerks.
Yeah. That was their goal?
Pretty much. Most of them.
Now people just close their laptops.
Megan just wanted to be weird.
You know their names?
Yeah, well, I remember a few of them,
So my favorite TV show is Power Rangers. I remember when it premiered. It was at like 8 o'clock at night on a Thursday.
I know it's because you were 30 when it premiered.
No, I was a kid. It was like 1992 or 94. I think Clinton was in office.
I think Clinton was.
But no, that was like the coolest thing ever as a kid to watch. Like fucking these people, like fighting people, like karate style, and they had robots.
He said like karate style.
Yeah. Bro, that's the number one thing as my childhood. When we play outside, when we play what we call fantasy, we play Power Rangers. We all knew. We thought Jason was going to give her Kimberly, and here comes Tommy fucking stealing his glory.
Why did I chase him? Because he was jumping on my fucking tire. Was I supposed to just let that go? Oh, teacher, look, he jumped on my tire.
Your dad told you you're supposed to let it go.
Kid would have been halfway home by the time the fucking teacher figured out what's going on. And what was I supposed to do? Carry my bike fucking home?
Did you?
Ridiculous. No, I called my dad. Especially because the teacher grabbed me and took me to the office. I didn't have a choice then. I mean, technically I did. I was big enough. It's not like it's not like the teacher could have actually stopped me.
You
but
just struck your shoulder.
You know, I didn't realize that then. You know, I was like, oh no, the teacher. You know, and then
adult,
right? You know, because my child brain wasn't thinking about my fully developed body. You know, I was just like, oh my God, an adult, and you know, I better do what they say.
I might get in trouble.
It's like, wait, I'm taller than you. And
you just looking
bigger than.
What'd you go, Healy or JD?
Both. All three, actually. I went to Okehele Elementary, Trolley Lake, and then Okehele Middle.
Yeah.
And then JD Middle.
Jefferson Davis, yeah.
I went to a lot of different middle schools because my dad liked to move around. So I was always having, like, each year was a different school. I never went to the same. But
you stayed at John I.
No. I only made it through a half a year at John I.
School wasn't for you.
Well, I got pulled out to go to work.
Oh, yeah, to go to work.
I was beating up bullies, and they needed help in the body shops.
And the football team, and because you're just like, yeah, I made it. Just walked on.
Beating up bullies, yeah.
Just walked on the field.
The worst part is I didn't even have, like, a lot of the other kids were having to fucking
audition,
you know, try out and stuff.
You tried.
But
you walked on.
I went to open. You know how they do like an opening night or whatever, where you go and see all your classes and stuff like that.
Yeah, for their orientation.
Bro, the coach ran up to me so fast.
He's like, "You be a senior this year?" You're like,
right, to try to figure out like who I was, where I was from. You know, I was like, no, I'm a freshman. He's like, no, the fuck you're not. Right.
I thought you were a college student.
Right. You're a college grad. I'm like, no, I'm a freshman.
I thought you were a scout.
You know, fucking. And that was the end of that. He's like, all right, so you're going to play football, right? And I'm like,
no, basketball.
I was like, no, man, I was drama club. He's like, no, you're going to play football. I'm like, as long as I get to go to drama, that's fine. Like, I'm going to go to drama club.
Did they let football players do whatever they wanted?
Huh?
Is it like that whole myth of the football?
My coach tried to give me shit. I was like, oh, why are you in drama? You should commit to this. You'll be a star someday. It was like, yeah, but I also could end up with brain damage. So, like, might as well do something I love while I can, too.
Right.
You know, he's like, well, pick one. I was like, well, I'm going to drama class, then I'll be back.
As we speak.
I'll be back to practice tomorrow if you like. Otherwise, you can go fuck yourself. Right.
And that was the end of DJ's school career.
Pretty much, yeah. That was, you know, they fucking...
Deans kept picking on you.
They blew my knee out.
Oh, yeah.
And the Lake Worth game. We won, but they blew the coach kept telling him to, like, jump at my knees and shit, which was fucked up. You know.
That's not nice.
Well, otherwise, I was just going to plow through the rest of their team, because that's what I was pretty much doing.
I thought you were offense?
Defense.
So you're just taking people down.
Yeah, I liked hitting people with the ball. That was fun. Oh, you got the ball?
Well, they came towards you, right?
Sometimes they tried to run away. I got tackled by one of my own teammates one time. Like I got up and I
had the ball.
No, I was going after the guy with the ball, and I was like right on him, and I guess he thought I was the guy with the ball. I don't know, like, how you mistake me for the guy with the ball.
The guy with the ball was smaller,
you know, and then he tackled me. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, friend? Like,
what did the coach say?
Oh, the coach, he was livid. He was just pissed.
You hit your own player? DJ was talking shit in the fucking
he was
in the locker room.
Yeah. I had to do something about it.
He talked to my girlfriend in drama. All right. What is our charity? After 19 minutes in.
For 19 minutes in. Our charity is our monthly charity for this month, which I believe is MAD.
Yep, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers.
MAD basically is basically what, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. It's a foundation that works with people on addiction and people who have lost family members and stuff like that. They do a whole lot of things. A lot of these charities do a whole lot of things. They don't just do one thing. So
right. If you want more information, go back to our January 5th episode when he explains the whole thing.
Right. Or you can just stop being lazy, click on the link below.
We're like 20 weeks in for some reason in January. All right, we got some mentions. Larry King died over the weekend.
That sucks.
Yes. One of the greatest interviewers of all time.
Yep, hearts go out to Larry King.
And his family.
You know what I was just thinking about as I was taking a drink of my drink? Other than about poor Larry King. I was thinking, I was like, you never see like news anchors and stuff. They never take a drink while they're reporting or anything because they don't want to mess their makeup. I was like, I'd be pissed. I'm like, bitch, I'm thirsty. Right, and I'm just not allowed to drink because we're on the. Fuck you! I'm having a drink.
You edit it out.
I don't even care if you edit it out. So some water's in my mustache. Ooh.
Well, that's not. But in other talk shows, as you can see, the guests have drinks.
Right, guests always got a drink.
You saw that they always have like the Jimmy Fallon cup and there's water in it or something.
Fucking.
But why don't you get the drink?
But you don't get a drink. Wonder if anybody comes and refills that shit after the guest has drank it all.
You think so?
I know if I go somewhere and when we start getting like when people are like, "Hey, you guys want to come on our show and we'll interview and da da da."
What do you want in the green room?
I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna be like, "Listen, bitch, if you don't got some drink in my cup, I'm going to get drunk. I'm gonna go find drink." Right,
right from the interview.
You don't want me to get up. You better make sure there's plenty of drink. Right, because I will. I can have them go find drink.
Don't give me that small coffee cup.
Don't give me. I mean, you give me that small coffee cup. You better just make sure there's plenty. There better be a tub of ice here, so I can put ice in the coffee cup, and whatever drink I'm drinking there, so I can refill it as I go. Also, have a blunt ready. I smoke weed.
Oh, that's in the green room.
Not
on.
No, on camera.
No.
Be on Ellen, just fucking smoking.
You can't be chiefing on Ellen.
They're like, all right, Ellen, you want to hit some of this, Ellen?
Snoop Dogg doesn't even chief on Ellen.
Portia would be pissed. You can't hit this. Come home high as fuck. Portia would be all kinds of mad. Get a call from Portia. DJ, what are you doing? Getting Ellen high. Now she's singing and dancing all over the goddamn house.
Portia knows who you are.
Of course, Portia knows who I am, right?
All right, we also have another mention. Our talk show now has an audio version on Anchor FM on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and most podcast platforms. We're all over the place.
I thought you said podcast popcorns.
No,
I'm
platforms.
like, what is the matter with you, Josh?
As DJ like to say, Google it.
Google it. Yeah, apparently you can Google us now. We are number one on Google our talk show, except for that picture of them two fucking kids
that show up randomly.
Right, it's weird.
That's not us.
They haven't put anything out for fucking
7 years.
7 years, but they come up before us.
That's not us.
That's not us. That's not us. Boo boo boo.
All right, moving on to viral news. Since the episode's called Nostalgia, we're going to do news from the 90s.
Oh, it's called Nostalgia? Yes. I wasn't really paying attention today.
Or last week, or the week before, or...
or the week after that.
Yeah, guess what tomorrow? He's not going to pay. We don't even have anything
no
tomorrow.
Goddamn attention.
So the first viral news from the 90s happens on May 2nd, 1990. In London, a man brandishing a knife robs a carrier, John Goddard, of a barrel bombs worth $292 million. Because, it's London. They don't have guns. So this carrier has all this money with
Oh,
bearer
man.
bonds with him. He gets robbed.
I'm gonna make me cry.
Huh?
That's gonna make me cry.
What?
Because if you rob me with a knife, it better be a big fucking knife. You better bring a.
And it looked like he didn't even show the knife. It was just like implied.
Nah, you better.
You have the Australian knife.
You better have a katana, bitch. Like, you just better
But the
just
thing is,
full on
he
sword.
didn't even show him the knife.
Oh,
He
man.
just said he had one.
I'd have fucked you up.
Well, he just assumes he had it. And the guy got away, all right? So is John in on it? Like,
Right? If
never saw the knife.
if that-
money's gone.
If that had happened here, they'd have been like, "Oh, you were on it. You got some of that
Watch
money."
DJ for 20 years.
Right?
Where'd you get $1 million? Huh?
Right? Where'd you get $1 million? No, I'm sorry. If you'd have walked up and been like, "I got a knife. I'm here to rob you," well, you better show me.
What's London in the 90s?
Oh man, spam risk all the time.
During our shows.
During the show, it's like they know. I want to ask him. Is this wrong? Hello? Nobody here?
Right now, DJ's answering a phone call from Spam Risk.
Do you know we're in the middle of a show right now? This is he, but we're in the middle of a show. You call him I'm doing a show right now. Probably never. Thank you.
Since we've started, we watched past episodes. I think I kept one in. I'm not sure, but they call DJ every time we used to record too. And then Sarah would walk in, or
Sarah, what?
you hear a child in the background.
72 weeks. It was like fucking 60 some weeks in, and she's like, I don't know what you
it was
do
like
on
20,
Tuesdays.
20 weeks in.
I was like,
We had like 12 subscribers.
all right, it's like we've been doing this for fucking a bunch of weeks now. And
Who's this guy that keeps coming over on Tuesday?
right, tried to come mow the fucking lawn while we're doing a show. Like, are you serious right now? Oh well, now it's the only time I got to do it. Well then, don't do it. I don't know what to tell you. In the middle of a show right now, friend. She's
Every
like,
Tuesday.
She's like, how would I know that, Mr. Griffey? Oh man.
Google me.
Google our talk show. I should have Googled our talk show, and you'll. All
Is
right,
that going to be the sticker on the car? It just says our talk show. Google us.
Google us? Yeah.
And people be like, "What is that?" All right, our next viral news from the 90s is February 17th, 1992. Serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer is sentenced to life in prison in a court in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
What?
Jeffrey Dahmer was sentenced to prison for life. I think that's the one that ate people.
You know, I don't know. You know, here's the thing, right? Here's like my big problem with like serial killers, and people are like, "Oh, did you hear about this?" No, because I wasn't serial killed.
It's 1990.
Well, but it's like we've had, I guess, serial killers and stuff like that since then. It was just, I don't pay attention to that shit. I'm not like, oh my god, did you hear about this?
I think a lot less now due to like CSI shit.
Right.
I think they all caught on. Like, I don't think we should be doing this.
Get caught quicker.
Probably
you
in
know?
different countries like Canada and Mexico. And Mexico won't even tell you it's a serial killer because it's just a
wouldn't
string
know.
of crime. Yeah. Someone's dead again.
The police over there are corrupt too, so it's not like
Captain, it looks like he died the same way the other people died. No, they're dead.
no, they're dead. It don't matter. Just
Notify next of kin.
notify next of kin. Call it a suicide.
We don't even know
move
who
on.
it is. They have no fingers or teeth. Like, oh, okay, John Doe.
John Diggity Doe.
John Doe 14 this week.
You know, but that kind of stuff sucks too. It's like, you know, I'm sure they got families and things that are.
I know, like people who go missing in other countries, like the one on vacations, and the government doesn't do nothing. Because you know, you can watch those on like Unsolved Mystery or whatever you watch on YouTube or whatever, or documentaries.
Right.
And they're like, Carrie was over in Bahamas or whatever, like South America. She went missing. So her parents notified the local government, and they did nothing. Like,
right, it starts the whole movie.
Like, oh, another terrorist went off the drawing path.
Three motherfucking U.S. Americans on a boat though that the fucking captain crashed, and they're trying to prosecute everybody. Mm-hmm. You know, the worst part is it's not like they crashed it in like open ocean.
Yeah.
Right? They crashed it on a shore. Right? So yeah, it was a little inconvenient. The boat was moving around. People are like, oh my God, you know. But it's not like it was about to sink and everyone was going to die. It's just, we're here now.
Wasn't the Titanic.
You know, right. Like, oh, if you had crashed the Titanic up on shore, nobody had cared.
You know, I thought about the Titanic. How bad of karma or whatever coincidence that is, okay? They built this boat for God knows how many years, right? They make sure the scientists, engineer, everyone says it's the indestructible, unsinkable boat. And the first fucking trip, it's not like it was the third one, right? Like they got through two of them. The first trip they took, that motherfucker sunk.
I think realistically what it was
that sounds like some sabotage ass shit.
Like I said, I think realistically what it was is they had never actually seen an iceberg before, so there was no science behind it.
That I get.
Right, so they're just thinking it's like, a floating piece of ice.
Because it's a little piece on top and then it's all underneath. Yeah, no, I got that.
They thought they were just going to hit it and keep on rolling. But the point is,
they built this boat. They fucking hype it up through PR. And mind you, was it like 1914 or whatever? So that means it's really hard to get PR in 1914, right? Like,
unless you got a lot of money.
It's just your local newspaper, yeah. Well, people from Macy's, the owners of Macy's. So yeah, all the rich people came with the poor people.
You know what they used to do back in the day, right? Is they'd
Telegram?
They'd pay the people living out on the streets.
Oh, to spread the word.
To spread the word.
Oh, the soapboxes.
Right. Which is what I've been thinking about. Maybe we should go around and find all the people who are living out on the streets and get them to spread the word about our talk show.
I was thinking of the one on the 95 just to hold the sign that says our talk show. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? How much traffic goes through there, right?
Right.
Google us.
Give them like $100 for the day.
Damn, you're nice. I said 10.
Oh. Well,
he's standing there anyway.
I know, but if his sign says Google our talk show and not
he has
hey,
100, he has no reason to stand there. But again, like I said,
like, at the end of the day,
like I said, the Titanic thing, like you spent all this money, advertised everything, got all these rich important people on this boat. Tell you it's unsinkable, and the first fucking trip it goes on, motherfucker sinks. And I wonder where they got their data from to make it unsinkable. Was it like because you did testing against hurricanes out in the ocean or the freaking rip currents?
No, they were just considering the materials and the way they bought it.
Oh, and they had the cabins underneath that could hold water. That
was just something they say. It's like when they go, Kit Kat, the best snack ever, right? Well, nobody really voted for that. They just say it. Right, and then hope other people will say it to make it true.
You just compared the Titanic to Kit Kat.
Well, I mean, think about it, right? So it's like, it's basically marketing. Okay, it's like Pepsi, nothing quenches your thirst better. Well, that's not really true, is it? So that's just what they say, so other people will be like, Pepsi,
or they're talking about it, or you're gonna buy it to see if it's true.
Right, you know.
Pepsi makes your dick bigger.
Either way, they win. It's like when they put a movie out, right, and then they show the reviews for it.
Right,
5 stars, 6 stars, best cinema film of our time.
It always says that,
and then it sucked. And you're like, well, that was
I keep saying
bullshit. I'd like my $2 back that I paid.
I like how it has trailers back to back, and it's the same thing.
Or then they make the trailer and don't put none of this shit from the trailer in the actual. And if you notice, sometimes they put the end in the trailer. Yeah. You're like, well, that's the end. I've seen this already. That's the end of the movie.
This looks familiar.
You know, they
did that with Cloverfield.
Marketing is a big fucking scam.
Oh yeah, it's clickbait.
Right. It's basically clickbait. It's like, come check out our talk show because we talk about the real issues. You know,
now we're talking about Kit Kats and Titanic.
Right, now we're talking about Kit Kats and the Titanic.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, right, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Maybe from that, not even current.
It's just, but if we were talking, like I watch Ben Shapiro sometimes, and he's on both sides and talks about the issues, and
That man,
he's all over the place.
it's a whole studio for like a 2-hour
Right.
thing. And you know, it's like he has a conversation with himself.
Right,
like,
right.
Say if you were the other person, he would answer for you,
But
and then come back with a solution.
I notice, right? Like some of his fans obviously do agree with him, and then some of them are there just to fucking rip the guy apart.
You're still watching,
but you're still watching, because I like to hear. See, here's my thing, like especially like stuff like that. I like to hear stuff from both sides. Okay, I'm not if I just look at things from one side,
I can't do that.
I feel like I'm not getting the full
I get in trouble for that sometimes.
Well, because a lot of your stuff is one-sided because you're just like do what I tell you.
Like, he hit me, the girl says, and my first response is, okay, what'd you do? Instead of going, where is he? I'm gonna beat his ass.
Right? Why did he hit you?
What do you mean? Why? But he hit me.
Right.
I'm like, okay, but what led up to that? He just like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Like,
right. It's like he hit me. Why did he hit you? Oh, I punched him in the face first. Well, why did you punch him in the face? We were having an argument.
Yeah, but they tell you so you go beat their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it gets me in trouble. I'm like, why did he hit you?
I'm still mad that he hit you, right? Because it's like,
I should be able to hit you. Why can't he?
It's like, I can take a punch in the face, right? I don't think maybe I've seen a few women probably knock my ass out.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're just fucking like, they're built like brick shit houses.
Marnie.
Yeah. Silverback gorillas, just big fucking
Ronda
bitches.
Rousey probably can knock you out.
I don't know. She's a little petite. I don't think she's got enough hip swing to.
I don't think we want to find out.
I
don't think she can legally hit you anyways. So.
Maybe once. Yeah, no, I don't. They're not actually illegally. But that's
can Mike Tyson hit you?
Mike Tyson, maybe.
He's getting old. Still at 50 years, he'll knock his shit.
He'll ring my bell, but I don't know about knock me out.
He's gonna hit you back to the 90s.
But yeah, it's like, well, why did he do that? Well, I fucking, I took a knife and I cut up the seats in his car.
Well, yeah, I like to hear the both sides thing. Like,
right.
Sometimes I like to defend the other side. I'm like, well, in their perspective, maybe it's your fault. Like,
maybe you fucking deserved it. Like,
our next Spiral News. On November 7th in 1994, the student radio station WXYC at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill provides the world's first internet radio broadcasts in 1994.
Where are they now?
Rich.
Are they? Probably. Who knows?
When they figured out how to broadcast radio over the internet in 1994 with dial-up, yeah.
With dial-up. They probably have the same marketing problems.
It made news.
They figured out how to do it, but it made news that particular. But nobody was watching the news in 1994. Nobody gave a fuck.
Oh, they watched it. That's all we had. I think that was the same year as the OJ trial.
That was different.
What was it? I read it was 70 million people tuned into the OJ trial.
Was it? That's a lot.
No, especially for that day and age, and just for a trial.
Where were you?
Our first reality show.
Motherfuckers are tuning in at work. Hey, put the trial.
Turn the
on.
radio on, whatever it is.
I don't know. I've never been big into every time I go to a courtroom, I'm like, this would be cool to sit down and watch. All right, but then
This is nothing like Law and Order.
These are fucking people's lives that are getting just fucked over. And then there's just nothing you can do about it, so I don't know why you're there.
That one lady just typing away.
Right, just the
transcripting.
The transcriptor.
It was one of the biggest trials in the 90s, next to Jeffrey Dahmer.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't follow that shit.
You're a kid.
I remember the joke. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. That's like you know what? Speaking of trials and stuff, it's like when Michael Jackson went on trial.
Did he? Yeah, he did go on trial, didn't he?
Right. Michael Jackson went on trial. My mother and father had an argument about it.
Oh, yeah.
Right. You remember the story?
Oh, brainwashing.
Right. My mother and father had an argument about it, adults and stuff can manipulate children easily.
We can't use kids in a court of law.
And the argument is that, if you tell a child something repetitively,
his imagination
will take over, and he will agree with you just to get out of the situation, right? Or to move the situation forward.
Yeah.
right? So if you tell a child, "Oh, Michael touched you here,"
Did he touch you here? Is this where he touched you?
right?
You remember him touching you, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then the kid doesn't want to disappoint his parents or the prosecutor.
Right. So he agrees, and the imagination takes over.
Makes up a scenario.
Well, my mother and father had an argument about this. My mother said, "No, that's not true. Kids are smarter than that."
Not human psyche.
And my father said, "No, if you tell a child something over and over and over again, his brain will take over and go with it."
Fill in the blanks.
So the only way they could prove this was I happened to be...
Were you a test subject?
Yes. I happened to be very young at the time when this argument occurred. So Dad started telling me about when I was a little bit younger, I had a puppy. And I used to play with the puppy and love the puppy. And
hug the puppy. You and the puppy did everything together.
Right. You and the puppy did everything together. It was a golden retriever. He told me what kind of puppy it was, yada, yada, yada. A few days later, Mom turned around and asked me about my puppy. And not only had I told her all the things that Dad told me, but I had created
a whole scenario.
A whole scenario where I'd go out and run with this puppy through the field, and it was basically
Huckleberry Finn.
Right, it was basically a fucking Hallmark commercial, right? Of me and this damn puppy that never fucking existed.
But to this day, you think that...
You know, but to this day, I was like, God damn it, I used to have a golden retriever. Never, not once. That's not true. I got Stella, but that was Sarah's golden retriever, and you know.
Well, what they say with the mind is, you remember last time you remembered something was the last time you remembered it. So it's not your original memory; it's you remembering your original memory. So as a kid, your imagination keeps going wild. It's you're a kid. Fucking the fairies are real. Like,
right.
So yeah, you can't use kids in trials the way you can use an adult.
Right.
Because their thing of lying, they believe in Santa. So it's not that they're lying; they believe in fantasy.
Right. Or their imagination.
So if you gave him a lie detector, go, is Santa real? Yes. He'll fucking say he's telling the truth.
Right, because he believes Santa's real.
So it's them believing in the fantasy is the problem. That's crazy. I can't believe your dad used you as a social experiment.
Hey, listen, my dad was not a fan of being wrong. You know?
No matter what it means. Whose life I have to ruin.
Right, like... Now, for the rest of my life, I'm going to think about this golden retriever and if I actually had one or not. That's what
Brent wants to do to his child. We were watching a movie, and it's about people with powers, I guess, but the government knew, and like your different eye color depending on what your powers you had. Well, this girl developed her power, and when you touch her, she erases your memory of her. And her parents kissed her goodnight. She didn't know this. The next morning, they freaked out because there's a child in their fucking house. Brent's like, I want to do that to my kid. Like, he just wakes up, hey, Dad. Like, who the fuck are you? He's like, I'm going to traumatize that little fucking shit.
Oh, wow. Daddy woke up one day, didn't know who I was.
Who are you? Like, he'd go around the house, take all the pictures down. He was going to fucking go, bro. Like, into this prank. Like, how do you get the gun? He did it to Lap. So we were staying at Brent's house one day, right? And we're there drinking, smoking, doing your usual teenager shit. And his cat jumps on the couch. And Lep's like, oh shit, didn't know you had a cat. He's like, we don't. Our cat died. Oh my god, do you see it too? And he's like, wait, don't fuck with me, bro. And he's like, I'm not playing, bro. Where do you see the cat? Bro, Lep is freaking out because he thinks he sees a dead cat.
God bless Lep, but he's too goddamn gullible.
Gullible. Brett was so convinced he could have won an Oscar.
Yeah. Tom used to say all the time, he's like, I don't
loves eating penis.
Yeah, well, that too, but he's like, I caught him parking the space shuttle one day.
Is that thing when you do your knee when you go?
Oh man, that crazy guy. All right, next news.
Our next news happened February 22nd, 1997. In Rosalind, Scotland, scientists announced that the adult sheep named Dolly has been successfully cloned. Dolly is the first mammal to be cloned from a adult symbiotic cell.
Bro,
Dolly the sheep. And we haven't heard about cloning since.
I think, right, we really haven't. I think I remember that one.
Remember Dolly the fucking sheep? 90s was a crazy time compared to now. Like they had the whole, I was reading all the news, like the German wall fell, Russia was taking over the USSR, like all these people in the streets, the citizens taking over Russia.
Right, there's a lot of different things going on.
Oh yeah, what was it? There was a war where was it? In the Sahara Desert or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Forgot what it was. It was before 9/11.
You know, all I can think is like a few of the great jokes that came from that, right? Like, you remember Clicked?
Click.
Right? Like with Adam Sandler?
And Christopher Walken.
Right.
Did you hit the button?
There wasn't enough Christopher in it, but
Never enough. I saw a TikTok. They were doing an audition for Voldemort.
Yeah.
It's Christopher Walken, the child who lived.
But that reminds me of the joke from that where you remember he's driving home in his like fancy new space car because he's in the future or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's the flab.
Right. And
It's
it's
my
like
flab.
it's like what did it say? It's Michael Jackson, first man to clone himself. Also,
The first man to take him to court.
first man to take himself to court
For touching
himself. You know. And it just
Oh, how many people? Was it South Park with Blanket?
yeah.
The Simpsons had Michael Jackson, but he was a white guy in prison. And it was Lisa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday! Yeah,
No, I don't remember.
he guest starred as a white guy in prison.
I didn't watch.
But a whole bunch of people made fun of like the whole trials and even movies, scary movie. Like,
yeah.
I didn't touch him. He's a boy or he's a girl. Like Macaulay Culkin says he never touched him.
Right. Well, it's like I said, it's conditioning. You know, if you see something,
He said he had fun with bubbles.
somebody says something over and over and over and over and over again.
Like a pathological
Right.
liar. Yeah.
It's like if all we said was, "Hey, this is the best talk show in the universe."
So it's
say
brainwashing.
that, right? And just tell people that over and
Well,
over
that's
and
where the
over
Mandela
again.
effect comes in.
Right.
Remember, like, if you have enough people saying the same thing, you start to believe. Like, is it Looney Tunes with
Right.
two O's, or is it tunes like in music tunes?
Well, it's like
I mean, I can make you almost believe if we had a small group of people, we could convince them what it was.
Right.
Like, oh, you remember when they used to come on, like you do in Cards Against Humanity.
right. Well, and then it's like, okay, so like
And then the brain will fill in the
a
gaps.
celebrity sees something on the news, right? Their brain decides that it's interesting.
Yeah.
So they retweet it or repost it or whatever it is they do. And the next thing you know is like, oh, well, I like this celebrity. I think they're interesting. They think that this is interesting, so I'm going to share that. And then shit rolls downhill. And eventually you've got 20 million people sharing a fucking pissed off cat and now making memes out of it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's
Or
like
Catch Me Outside.
Right, it's like the Bernie memes. One person made a Bernie meme,
That was it.
and then it's just like, okay, so we're making memes of Bernie, right? And then everybody started making memes, right? It's bandwagons, it's trains, you know.
Yeah.
Pogs lasted for about a year, right? Everybody am I talking about it already? I didn't even see it on here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so we'll just roll into that.
We still got another.
Well, we'll just bounce around, friend.
Okay,
just
go
bounce
for it.
around.
Go for it. Go for it, bud.
But it's fads, trends, things that are quick. People, as like, you know, we could be doing trends all the time. I just feel like it's,
They got dumb.
yeah, I'm not doing a fucking something just to,
The dance.
right. That's like, oh, you got to do stuff to get famous. Well, you know, we talked about it. It was a Jeffrey Dahmer. He got famous.
Hitler.
Right? Yeah, there's a lot of people get famous who,
Genghis Khan.
you know, probably shouldn't be. And it's like, well, I don't know. Right?
Bad baby.
Right. Like,
How do you want me? You want to go to Suicide Force?
You
And pull
know.
Logan Paul? Like,
right, when you try to be
Wanna become a
nicer and
Florida
stuff.
man?
Right. It's a lot harder to do it the I don't want to say better way for lack of a better word, but you know, than doing something fucked up and working off of that.
Yeah.
Right? Because if we were doing fucked up shit, oh man, we'd be famous tomorrow.
Famous. Jake
You
Paul
know.
lighting a fire in the front yard.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like if I went out and kicked a baby seal in the face with
Oh, it was that guy that
with-
wrote Trump
with
on
my-
the fucking manatee?
right, or kick a baby seal in the face with my vintage baby shoe.
It's like, this is Spartan.
Right, like we'd be
You have a meme of you.
right. There'd be memes and you know all kinds of crazy shit.
Like that one kid.
It's just insane. It's like you gotta try to become famous. is easy when you're not doing the right things.
Infamous.
Right. I guess, yeah, right.
Because someone thinks it's fucked up, so they're sharing, and they think it's social justice warriors, all that.
Next thing you know, you got 20 million people think it's funny, and 20 million that's fucking, oh, we gotta kick him in the dick when we see him.
Kick him in the dick!
You know, so I don't personally want to go out and be afraid to get kicked in the dick. Like,
I don't blame you.
I'm not a getting kicked in the dick type person. We said dick, people. That's funny.
Everyone's gone.
Everyone's gone.
Dick.
Said dick, they all left.
Our next sprawl news. Google Inc. is founded by Stanford University PhD candidates Larry Page and Sergio Brin.
Who are those guys?
People who founded fucking Google.
Tech weenies.
Huh?
Tech weenies.
Hey, 1998, now look at Google.
Rich tech weenies.
Look at Google now. Yahoo had options because Google was a startup, so they had options to get involved. AOL had options to get involved.
Didn't Facebook just have a movie?
What, social networking?
Yeah, about fucking all the crap they went through and stuff like that.
Because he had a partner, Justin Timberlake, and then was the other guy, and they both started Facebook. And then what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg wrote his ass out. There's a whole movie on it, yeah, Social Network. Because Facebook was just a college campus type of social media thing. Like Twitter was already out, MySpace, and then he released it to the public because it was a free thing, and the other guy helped program it, and he got written off, and it was a whole bunch of shit.
That's just crazy.
Long ass movie.
Like, so two guys created it, and somebody took it public
in a basement,
and then
it took off. So they took off.
I know.
Two things happen when something startups take off. Like the guy from Snapchat, the original person who created Snapchat is the youngest billionaire because he waited to sell Snapchat.
That's crazy. I'm gonna feel real bad for you.
Why? Why?
When it happens, I'll feel bad.
For what? What happens?
Well, because I'm the Mark Zuckerberg. Like, let's be realistic.
Oh shit! Damn, I must be Tom from MySpace.
I'm gonna feel real bad. when
counting all that money, just cry.
Poor Josh. I wish he could be here with me.
You fucking take me to court. And I gotta change all this stuff from Joshua Jordan to David Griffey. That'd be horrible.
No, this face facts, right? What'll really end up happening? Somebody's gonna come and be like, "Hey, D,
we thought Adam was gonna be the.
We need your voice, right?" And
That's good.
Like, we'll create a whole show for you. You'll be on Netflix, whatever.
Awesome.
And I'll be like, "Well, I really need Josh to do all my tech stuff." They'll be like, "Yeah, but we got better people."
We need Josh to supervise.
I'll be like, "Damn, well, that sucks. Poor Josh."
What?
All right, let's go. He said, "What?"
I could be your manager, producer.
be my manager. Oh god. Most depressive manager in the world.
Assistant. I become an assistant, just sitting there like this, all angry all the time.
Just staring at me. How did it? You can be my driver, bro. Except for I'm going to drive myself, so you can sit in the passenger seat and chaperone my driving. Moving on. That's not funny.
This week on Trying the Wife's Cooking, we have spinach chicken casserole with cream cheese and mozzarella.
So, man, I saw this. She sent me the recipe because she was working late, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, motherfucker, who picked this?
I did.
Right. Well, I figured that out. Yeah. And then I was like, all right, I guess I'm just going to do what it says to do, I suppose.
Just follow the recipe.
I followed the recipe and I thought it was pretty decent.
It was delicious.
I told my wife, I was like, you better watch out because, I'm going to make some man very happy one day. Because
I'm going to make a man very happy.
I can cook like a son of a bitch, so I'll just find me a rich guy. Like, I don't even, fuck all, yeah. I thought it was delicious, though. It was a little rough, because I didn't quite have the seasonings I needed.
Yeah.
She says I did. I didn't even look for them. I just kind of, but it was fine.
It was delicious. I like it. Trying DJ's cooking, I give it a thumbs up.
Trying the wife's husband's cooking.
She helped at the end. She added the mushrooms.
Yeah, she did the mushrooms and
made the mashed potatoes.
But
it was delicious. I liked it. I give it a thumbs up.
Like I said, I thought it was edible.
Yeah, no, you can eat it.
So a little tangy. Yeah. I forgot the lemon. I think there was supposed to be some lemon or something in there. I don't know.
He just breezed right through the recipe. He's like, "This looks good."
Yeah, I'm just
cheese.
I just looked at the pictures and saw what I could see. That's like, do you know there was red pepper in there? Red pepper flakes?
Yeah,
not a lot, right? Because I know.
And then you're like, "Holy shit, there was spinach in there."
I know somebody's delicate, palate won't allow for too much spice, but
I didn't taste any spice. Yeah. Remember, there was cream cheese in it. So it blocked out the spice.
It blocked out everything, yep. All right, moving on. That was delicious.
All right, today's topic is things from our childhood.
Oh, is that why you were mad about Pogs?
Yeah, we got movies and TV. We had Lion King.
Oh, we'll go. Lion King?
1992.
When Bambi come out? Like, that was your...
1970.
I remember that was the first, shot to your heart.
Oh, Dying Land Before Time.
Oh, yeah, that one was rough. that one was hard.
And then Lion King, when we Can't Trust Blood. Even when they did the live action, I had to look away.
Back when Disney could just do no wrong.
Or just steal people's ideas.
Or just steal, right.
And they keep patenting it for the next 1,200 years.
1,200? Moving the patent laws out. That's originally so they can't lose Mickey. Right, they don't want nobody else doing nothing with Mickey
Little
Mouse.
Mermaid was an original idea, and it was Beauty and the Beast. It was all folklore and shit like that. Like, Peter Pan is dark.
Most of Disney's stuff is old folklore.
Well, yeah, they just took the dark part, so it's gonna make it positive.
Right, and
then we'll make a story out of it. Like Little Mermaid was just ungrateful little bitch.
All that bad.
Alana was a fucking thief and a liar.
We'll take all that bad stuff out and just add whatever.
The only thing we won't touch is Jesus. The oldest lore.
We won't do that one.
No, not gonna touch that one. We'll do Princess and the Frog. We also had things like Boy Meets World, SpongeBob, Power Ranger, Beetleborgs, Dexter's Laboratory, Rugrats, Home Improvement,
I love
Toonami, Fresh Prince, Blossom, 90210, The Price is Right. If you ever stayed home from school, you got to meet with Ed McMahon and The Price is Right.
Ed McMahon?
Yeah, so he did The Price is Right. Every time I got fucking chicken pox or stay home from school, at 11 o'clock, my dad's watching Price is Right with Plinko and spinning the fucking wheel like you're at a fucking casino.
Right, Wheel of Fortune?
Oh, yeah, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy. That was at night, yeah. Family Feud.
Then,
but some of DJ's favorites, we had Toonami.
I did like Toonami.
Your brother liked Toonami.
Tom liked Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Right. And he used to kill Tom. He watched it. He watched the whole series 2 or 3 times.
Never made it to that.
And it'd get to the last couple episodes, and then the whole series would fucking restart. Right? And so he'd watch it all over again, thinking it was,
What else did they give? They gave us Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Yeah, which was it was basically just some of the blood and gore removed from...
Mm-hmm. We also grew up with Pokemon, Digimon, Fox Kids Network.
Right. That was actually a little bit later, 10, 15.
Cartoon Network, Nick at Night, or Nickelodeon.
I liked Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie Cartoon Network.
It's on HBO Max.
Yeah, because it's WB.
Yeah, Ed, Ed, and Eddie and fucking...
We had Batman, the animated series.
Codename Kid Next Door. And
Looney Tunes, Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah. Dee, you're so stupid.
We had ABC's TGIF on Fridays.
Yeah, I never watched that shit.
We had Home Improvement.
I definitely remember Home
Marry My Children. Roseanne.
Watched it every once in a while.
The Cosby Show.
You can't mention Roseanne or The Cosby Show.
Oh, my bad. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
You mentioned that one, I guess. Tom liked Buffy.
I like Buffy. It came from a movie and then became a show.
He just liked Spike.
Spike.
Yeah.
He then went to Smallville and every fucking thing else.
Right. Smallville, Torchwood.
Torchwood, yeah, he was in Torchwood.
You know.
We also had toys like Bop It, Pogs.
Dad used to sell Pogs. I wasn't allowed to play with them.
Because he would sell them.
Because he would sell them.
We never knew what the 8-ball meant until we were older in life.
He had hundreds of them.
So did my parents. And they used the old film containers to put the Pogs in.
Yeah.
Then we had slammers like OJ and the Slammer.
The big metal ones, yeah.
Because you had to slam it.
Never actually got to. I think it was kind of like jacks, right? Where you throw the jack down and you hit the
top, and whatever spreads onto the board, that would be your take home.
Yeah, it's
jacks as you throw the ball down, collect the thing before the ball hits the ground.
All right, see how many of the jacks you can get.
We also had Magic the Gathering, Twister, Furbies, Neopets,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Scooters, when scooters made a comeback. You had the Razor scooter.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people still ride scooters fucking on...
We had Treasure Trolls.
Oh, the stupid little thing with the diamond in the middle of their belly button and the...
We had Nickelodeon Gak. Remember Gak? It was like that slime shit. It was from Nickelodeon when they used to slime you.
I don't know. I remember there's a few things, right, that I remember were different when I was a kid.
Like what?
Versus now, right? Like Beyblade.
Yeah, we had Beyblades.
Right. We had a Beyblade, but like it was completely different. You know?
Yeah.
We had a Dragoon, and it was a lot different than what they have like now. It's a whole different, right? It's a whole different kid, a whole different story.
Oh, of course.
All kinds of different things, and it's like they don't even mention the original stuff.
No.
Right? You can't even find some of the original stuff.
No. Oh, we had Transformers. That's right.
Or Transformers.
Voltron was in early 90s.
Changed that half a dozen times. Stuff like that.
Beast Wars. We also had Nintendo, PlayStation, Sega, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64.
Dreamcast. Nobody talks about Dreamcast.
Xbox, GameCube, PS2, and Game Boy.
Yeah.
Like, we went through a lot of consoles.
Well, technically we had... as far as the Game Boys go, we had Game Boy
It's the longest running system until now because the Switch took over the DS. Yeah.
DS.
It's the longest running system.
You know,
from the 1880 or 91 until when the 3DS came out. Game Boy's the longest running system.
And then it's like you said, you know, the Switch took over the DS because they were just
Switch
like
Lite.
They're just like
the Switch because it was portable.
Right. Well, they're just like, you know, we might as well just make our main console our small console too.
Wii U was supposed to. It was like the prototype for the Switch, but it's like, why do I have this? I can't take it with me.
Right. I
have to be next to the Wii.
I need something a little bit more compact. Like, if I'm being honest, my cargo pants, my big pocket, my Switch will fit right into it. I like just go.
It. I like having a portable thing with good graphics.
Yeah, right. With amazing graphics.
Yeah. So we grew up with all this stuff compared to what we have now. Of course, technology is advanced. We had AOL, Instant Messenger, MSN.
We had AOL then, yeah.
We had Netscape.
You remember when it was like when you got on the internet, you had to dial up into a search engine.
Yep.
You couldn't just be like, oh, I'm on the internet.
Well, during the 90s, we also have our first operating system. Before we had Windows, we had DOS.
Oh man, them big ass floppy disks.
And you had to basically do Command Prop C and type in the program that you want to use, and it would be individual programs instead of apps like we have now.
Well, because there was nothing to control all that.
No, there was no.
Now it's basically a collection of programs.
It was a terminal
with little pictures. So you see the little picture you want. You're like, oh, I want to open this program. You hit it. Bam! It takes you to write what you want to do.
And then when DSL came, it changed the world.
You know,
when you could be on the phone and the internet at the same time.
The worst part is if you know anything about computers, you can still go over into the start menu and pull up the control panel.
Well, C-prompt.
Right. And do everything manually.
You could, yeah. No, I can do that. I can just find out how many pings on the Wi-Fi. I can find out the username and password.
Right. Like I said, you can operate it like it's still DOS, like there's no operating system.
They call it computer programming.
Right. It's not computer programming.
Well, that's how I got, what's it called to work? The headphones. I had to go into fucking the prompt thing.
Right. It's
enforced connection.
It's the master command. You just, you do everything by yourself. You tell it what you want, it finds it and brings it towards you.
The things that we had as a kid that they don't do now is that we went outside.
We went outside. Fat Lotta could have did us.
We played football. We played tag, freeze tag, frisbee, hacky sack,
You're still allowed to play dodgeball back then.
dodgeball,
Yeah.
handball,
We used to
racquetball.
We used to play Sting, right? I went to a...
Sting, and you go against the fucking racquetball thing,
Right,
and you throw
so-
it against the wall.
Well, we play off the side of the church, the gym wall,
Oh, that works too.
right? Because I went to a Lutheran school,
Yeah.
and which was amazing. They let us play at a
Yeah.
Christian school. But so we were playing one day, and our buddy, he's got too excited. Right, he was trying to run towards the wall and make sure he didn't get pegged, but he was looking back.
He went straight into the wall.
Right. Oh man, concrete wall, face fucking first, busted his shit all open. It was bad. Had to call fire department, and they didn't have to call the fire department, but when you call an ambulance, fire department shows up, especially at a school. You know,
Fucking face
so
first.
oh man, it was bad.
Our childhood, when people used to go outside and ride bikes and skateboard
People still do that. Right?
without getting dropped off by their parents.
Sometimes you get a truck when you skateboard down the road. You know, remember Snapple guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a bright red fucking cranberry colored truck. You know, that's cool. I want to get a truck.
I want a truck. Before social media, we had write notes in class to our girlfriends, and before texting, we had Nokias that you had to press on the button
Right.
7 times on 7.
And you'd fold them a special way so they'd be aerodynamic, so you could get them to who you needed to.
Yeah.
You know,
I used to have a notebook full of notes from girls.
I didn't keep them shits.
You didn't keep that shit? No nostalgia?
No, I'm not. I wasn't gonna be like, oh, I'm 46 now. I need to
Pull out this notebook.
pull out this notebook. See,
Oh, look, girls used to like me.
yeah, I'm good.
This is before the whole administration.
I'm fine. I don't
Someone finds it, finds your notebook, you're famous, they fucking turn on you.
Right.
Look at all these victims. Like, whoa.
Look at all the things this guy used to say.
He can't spell.
Like that's the worst part. Is right. It's like I was like, so normally we always got like one viewer, right?
Yeah.
And it makes me a little paranoid.
Right. Always have one viewer.
Always have one viewer.
Especially
Like,
on YouTube.
like so somebody's on there literally just recording, right?
Hold on, you think
Like,
that our one viewer, that's what they do every Tuesday and Wednesday.
They record it, right?
It's just
just in case. Like I'm sure they got your little hissy fit the other day that got
What?
deleted. They've still got it.
Never.
Because they were just hypercammed.
Never.
Oh man,
happened.
it'll come back up. They'll be like, "Oh, we got you."
Lost footage.
You know, it's just it's crazy to think, right? Like, but they're just saving it because they're like, "Oh, as soon as these guys go famous, black and blow, blackmail, right?" Remember that time you said this?
I really hope that's not true, that you're wasting your time for fucking 78 episodes.
Like, oh
You
man,
don't gotta even hypercam it. Like, we're live. It goes straight to YouTube.
right? But if you delete it or take it down, it's not there. You can't access it no more.
One episode.
You know.
And
I'm
we
just
didn't
saying.
take it down. We had technical issues. And
I'm just saying, like that's. You're like, oh, don't you want to be famous? Well, yes, I do, but in the back of my mind, right?
it's all gonna be taken away
It's
as fast as it comes.
as fast as it comes. It's gonna go.
They're gonna fucking make a TV live movie. David Griffey, born in 1992. Not your average kid. Grows up to be a famous disc jockey in 2021. All goes downhill.
It's all downhill from there.
Had a loving wife.
Due to his drug addictions. I smoke weed. What drug addictions?
That guy that brings up that thing.
Right, he's like...
Oh, is that one guy I see on TikTok that interviews celebrities of questions that they didn't even know they... Like, how do you even know about that? Like...
You remember that one time you were in like 6th grade and you peed yourself because the teacher wouldn't let you go to the bathroom.
Like,
how did you feel about that? It was like, where did you get this information? I don't even remember that happened to me.
Here's a video. How do you have a video? Are you a time traveler?
Just like that. It's like, oh, let's get some of DJ's baby pictures. Now I know who they're gonna go find. Right, Laura's got pictures.
Now they know because you're
now
gonna
they know
fucking
because
tell
I just
them.
fucking told them.
Wow.
Right? Go find Laura.
DJ's like, I don't know how this happened.
I won't say the last name, right? So it's not like anybody knows. Got the rest of my family selling pictures of me just to fucking
make it by. Your own, what's it called? Your mother's TMZ. Take a video just to send it in and get money.
No, you remember that one time when I gave you a ride over here? I need like $50 million. Like, what the fuck?
We don't even have 50 million.
I'm just saying, like, oh, you're doing so well for yourself. Can I borrow 30 grand?
Is that why you don't want to do well for yourself? DJ's afraid of success.
I'm so scared.
One day he's gonna check that email and be like, "We have an offer for you." And he'll be like, "What the fuck? I can't."
I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm not even gonna tell nobody. I'm just nope. I don't know.
We want to buy your talk show.
6 months it's sitting in my email. Start getting letters. People start knocking at the door. I'm just like, what the fuck do you want? Go away.
We need you.
No. Don't but sir me. Get out of my face.
That's the goal, guy. To be mediocre.
That's why they're going to deal with you and my wife.
For now, I'm going to black out DJ's face.
No, like, you can keep my face and stuff, and I'll be here, but...
You just don't want to deal with the anxiety of talking to people about your future?
Yeah, that just...
They just come in with that one-time offer, you don't know what to do. Like, it sounds good, too good to be true.
That's it.
Who's coming through the door? Is it the IRS?
Right.
Is this a scam?
Do I have to pay your taxes, bro.
The moment you get that money, right?
Yep, taxes right out. Oh, I got this money. Pay the taxes before you do anything else.
Your wife's like, oh, we have this. No, we don't.
No, we don't. Got to pay the taxes.
Go to the lawyer now.
Yeah, go get the taxes
How do we
paid.
pay tax? I don't know. I don't know how to pay taxes before they tell us to pay taxes, but we need to pay taxes on this now.
You know how you pay? You call the IRS. You're like, listen, I got this amount of money for this. I know I need to pay some taxes.
Where's that form? What's the form? I need something right now.
Just pay your taxes, folks. Like, just
please don't be like Wesley Snipes.
Right. Don't pay your taxes. Become broke.
Don't be like Pablo Escobar, who got taxes.
That's a dumbass reason to get roped up. Like, oh, they couldn't get you on fucking murder. They got you on tax evasion.
Bam, baby.
Come on, bro. How are you gonna murder somebody successfully and get away with it, but then you get roped up by motherfucking tax evasion?
Roped up by conspiracy.
Fucking dumb.
Welcome to Maryland. Was it Charles Manson? Because we were talking about the whole Trump thing, inciting a riot or whatnot, with the words he said. And then some of my coworkers and friends are like, well, no, he didn't tell him to go do it. I'm like, Charles Manson. He suggested that I don't like these people and I wish they would leave my life. Fucking life in prison.
I don't know.
But tax evasion.
I'm just saying tax evasion. Like, remember how I say all the time, if you're going to do dumb shit,
be smart about it. Not even that. Not only was it murder, it was drug dealing. It was fucking.
But that's
import export. Can I get on that?
But that's the thing, right?
Got you on tax evasion.
So like, they know you have different businesses, and you're not paying taxes on any of them.
And you know what they get you at also? Anyone who's associated with you, we're going to use a RICO.
Right. Well,
so they all go down.
Nowadays, no offense, but most of your high level, cartel bosses and stuff, they know.
Dummy accounts.
Not even dummy accounts. You need legitimate businesses.
Well, for the launder money, yes.
You can't have non-legitimate businesses, and then they have to be good businesses, so they move that kind of money all the time.
We need the books. Right? Well, did you hear that's the conspiracy thing about mattress stores?
Wine orchards.
Right? No, I heard it was mattress stores.
Well,
that's why there's mattress stores in every corner. Mattress stores. But like, how many people buy mattresses in this fucking county?
The different fruits and stuff like that. Just move it through produce and stuff like.
You can mix out. You can make
right. There's many different ways.
But no one ever buys mattresses. But there's mattresses. But there's always a mattress store.
Well, the thing with mattresses
on every corner.
Mattress is a little hard because there's no other smell to it. Like with. The reason they get so much through in fucking
I'm talking about
product and stuff like that is because there's a second smell.
No, I'm talking about the amount of money you need to make to cover your taxes to prove why you have that much money. And they use mattress stores.
But that's like, okay. So like, as you legalize certain things, you're starting to slowly take power from the cartel, right? So it's like marijuana. It's been illegal for so long. It was a great way for, the cartel and
Not
stuff.
a lot of money, but enough.
They still make quite a bit of money on marijuana sale.
As much as cocaine and heroin.
Well, no. But as you start to legalize stuff, you're taking business away, so they have to figure out...
Legalize or tax?
It's the same thing, right? That's like if you'd regulate cocaine. Probably nobody would be like, oh, well, if I can just go get some cocaine, whatever.
But see, when they say legalize, it's not like DJ's your local drug dealer. He has to register saying he's a drug dealer and he pays taxes on each sale. Maybe they have groweries and stuff like that.
But even like that, so there's like, they keep track of everything that's sold, distributed, and stuff like that.
Just like alcohol.
Right. Well, sort of.
No, alcohol's the same way. When you go to each place that has a liquor license, they have so much you can only give them.
Right.
And that's how they keep track of the alcohol and liquor thing. What, ATF?
No.
So ATF would be the same thing with the marijuana. How much you're growing compared to what stores you need to distribute. You're going to have to keep a checklist. You can't just go grow and like, here you go, dispensary. No. That shit's locked down like fucking Fort Knox.
Here you go, friend. Thanks for... But... that's the sad reality.
Pay your taxes.
Pay your fucking taxes. That's
our
theme for
anything we
today.
got from the 90s is to pay your taxes.
Yeah, that's what I remember the most.
Because they'll come and get you.
They'll come.
Even the Joker don't fuck with the IRS.
Right. Even the Joker pays his taxes, folks, so you should probably pay your taxes too.
Don't fuck with the IRS.
Don't fuck with the IRS. They're scarier than the FBI.
Fucking mob.
It's like IRS, FBI,
That's
CIA,
cartel,
regular local government.
Doesn't mean to me like that. Like, here's IRS. You need to pay us taxes. Well, how much? Well, you need to figure it out.
What?
What?
And then if it's not right, we're gonna audit you.
If it's not right, we're gonna arrest you. But you know,
right. Just tell me what it is. I'll pay you, bro. See that'd drive me nuts. I'd be like, listen, just tell me what I owe you, and I'll give it to you. Right? Like,
no, figure it out.
I don't want to like. And I'm $1 off, sir. That $1.
And not even that. They wait like 4 years to tell you.
Right. After you're broke, again. After
like 3 terms of you paying taxes, like so we see here in 2002. What? It's 2021.
Right. That was 15 years ago, friend.
You owe us 60 plus interest. Interest? I wasn't even notified.
Because you didn't know about it.
What kind of bullshit is this?
That's crazy. And then it's like, oh, we'll just go to TurboTax. They'll take care of it.
Remember, when the IRS owes
sponsored.
When the IRS owes you money, it'll get here when it gets here. When you owe the IRS money,
it better get there when they want it.
Yeah, that's right.
And
that's all we have for today. Thank you for tuning in.
As soon as we start talking about the government, we gotta get the fuck out of here because it's like that's not our show or demographic. None of that noise.
So thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all of our podcasts and YouTube and Facebook.
What?
Don't forget to follow us on all of our podcast platforms: Facebook, YouTube, too, Twitter. All of our socials. We're all over the place.
Don't forget, we go live every Tuesday
and Wednesday.
Yep, in between the hours of 9 and 11. Whenever this guy decides to get ready, he's always fucking late. He should have seemed smart. Didn't even know where he was.
And the audio version usually comes out by that Friday or Thursday.
Whenever,
I edit it at work.
The producer decides to...
To what?
To do things and make sure that his internet's paid. So he can do
How
things.
come you do stuff at work? I call it investing. Might as well get paid for it.
Might as well get paid for it.
And apparently, hopefully, Jordan Brothers podcast comes back soon, which you can catch on Vlog Entertainment or Underground Horror Radio.
Do I need to stand over the top of you two to make sure it gets done? Like, is it because
neither not me?
Because neither of you have motivation. Give me your brother's number.
I'm just like the talent, like you.
I'm gonna call him Friday and be like, "Yo, you ready? Let's do this."
He's busy this Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Comic book store.
He'd be busy every Friday. No, can he do it from the comic book store? It's not like anyone's there. On a Friday morning.
You're such an asshole.
Because the comic book store on a Friday morning.
But good news, we might have guests in the future.
I'm going to go Friday.
I got the whole thing figured out.
You know what?
I don't think he's there Friday.
He better be selling. I'm gonna go looking.
Someone
for
will be selling something.
Somebody better be selling something. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. It's like
But with our new studio setup, we finally got a chance to make it so we can do interviews again and have guests.
Yeah, it might be a little bit easier. I can see.
Yeah, I already have Jesus probably lined up. Sonia.
Yeah, I got to get her computer working right.
Apparently, I have to do that too.
What the fuck would I do it for?
You should learn these things.
Why?
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Listen, it takes a lot of thinking, right, to make jokes on the fly like I do, and you don't appreciate that. Right?
I'm going to end this right
now. I think about jokes in the shower sometimes to make sure I have jokes for the show.
Tomorrow should be fun. I don't have anything for tomorrow. I don't know what's going to be called.
Let's call it the show.
The show.
Our talk show, the show.
This episode 79. The show.
The show.
All right, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow.